Welcome to Play Dates. I am India Bailey. I'm the founder of Play, and today we are sitting down with the gorgeous part of the furniture of Play, I would say, Aisha, who can explain a little bit more about what you do and your passions and your current state, I would say.
Okay, I'm Aisha. I'm a somatic sexologist. I am here in the world to invite people into an experience of safety and joy with their bodies. And my passion, the thing that I'm like crazy about, is supporting people to be in relationship in like the most connected and satisfying way. And currently my passions are like just like absorbing everything that life has to offer. I'm doing these runs every morning and I'm trying to pan my vision so that I can see the whole landscape as I'm running and try and like pull it in versus, you know, jogging and like being focused forward and then like spiraling with thought. Yeah.
So I guess for people that don't know you, what's something that you'd want them to know about you?
My body is my best friend. And yeah, my body is also my home. It kind of has to be everything for me. I'm as body led as possible. So when people make an invitation to me, like someone asked for my number this morning and I felt into my body, like how do I feel like I want to move closer towards them? Do I feel cool where I am? Do I want to pull away? And it was just like a cool where I am moment. And it's interesting, like when you lead from that place and everything, like I make business decisions based on my body. I make relationship decisions based on my body, food decisions, everything. When you honor yourself that way, people don't question, you know, like people aren't like, why aren't you coming? Or like, why are you leaving? Or like, why don't you want to eat right now? They just feel it. And I think it even like, I hope it a little bit empowers them to like honor themselves.
Totally.
Yeah.
You can feel that when somebody is like, this is just how it is. Like, this is just how I feel without any sort of apologies. So I guess unapologetically.
Totally. And you know, Libra rising. So Libra rising. So quick to people please sometimes, you know.
100% the mask.
Want to look good. Learning that actually it's better for everyone when I honor myself was like such a big moment.
100%. Looking back at your life and all the amazing things that you've achieved, as a side note, Aisha did our second event, Senses and Sensuality, where everybody was very invited to, you know, feel into their pleasure, into what felt good for them, and that feeling of like, even for me, I was like, oh, I didn't know I like my hair stroked that way. I really like that. Or even just something as simple as like touching your hands and knowing that you have all of these different nerve endings like through your hands, and like that exploratory experience, and something that a lot of people I know for sure had never done before was pretty special. So I guess looking back at your journey and what got you here, but also what's a moment in your life beyond, you know, your practice that has really made it the biggest impact, or something that you've never forgotten?
Yeah, that's so interesting. And it's funny, the thing that I'm going to say, it's the thing that has had the greatest, it's gone the greatest distance, and that is being on Virgin Island and having people
tune in Channel 4.
Having people follow along a session, and especially to follow along a session I did with a really beautiful woman who, inside and out, who was struggling with their body image, and seeing them go on that journey to really like loving their body now, that was amazing. And so many people told me like, you know, I cried through that episode, or it really altered like and made me think about how I am with myself, or how I look in the mirror. And I think like of all genders, like we all struggle, and no matter our age, no matter anything, our relationship with our body, we're kind of conditioned to be like, how do I look from another person's point of view? And we don't really check in with like, but how do I feel, like, you know, how does
You'd think it would be almost inert that we'd had this strong connection to our bodies, but I think for many of us, we're almost like, that's a separate entity. That's the last thing that we think about. You know? It's like, oh yeah, we're like living in this world of like this, that, and the other, and getting comfortable with your body is something that I know for sure, like a lot of people struggle even getting there because it feels foreign, but you think it would be.
I've changed my relationship with my body, where my body's now my best friend. Means that like whatever comes out, we're in it together, rather than it's like my body's doing this to me, you know?
Coming back to yourself, your body, your mental state, what's like a small ritual that you do that just makes you feel more connected or more like yourself?
So I have a super active dream life.
Dream life.
Yeah.
So do I, babes. Some of them I'm like, yo, where is the script writer though? Like, where were you when I had this going on? Because there's crazy CGIs.
Crazy. And my dreams often, like, they leave me with a feeling in the morning. And part of the somatic work that I do a lot of is about getting very granular about what we're feeling, so we have more choice and agency to influence it. When I wake up in the morning, taking like 3 to 5 minutes just to lie and like scan through myself, check in with the different ways my body is communicating my state through my thoughts, the images or memories in my mind, which include what I was just dreaming, any movement or impulses I want to do, my emotions and my sensations. And I feel into all of that, and I just like notice, okay, so what am I needing? Okay,
like what can I drop out of that that's actually not serving me, but what's maybe a little message here that might be something to pay attention to?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
I think that translates to anything in life, people, relationship, like what's the overarching feeling that I'm getting by being here or being with these people, like what's the messaging coming through?
Totally.
What do you wish that you had more time for?
Ooh. I actually wish that I had more time for writing poetry and writing about my work. Whenever I think about that, there's like a chunk of my heart that's just like throbbing to get into that. And then there's a part of my mind that's like, no, honey, we need space. We need space and time so you can drop in. So there's that. I'm really wanting more of that. And I feel like once I take that space and time and really anchor into it, it'll be so much easier for me to like integrate it into my busier schedule in life. Yeah,
it's one of those things where you tap into it because it just feels like, wow, this is such a big thing. So you're thinking of it like, oh my God, it's going to take me time and ages. And it's just, like you say, just fitting it into a routine. Because those things that you have in your life that make your heart sing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've always just been like, well, I should go back to acting class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We talked about it.
Do that.
Actually, there's those things that you don't need to say like, I need to be an actress, but you can just do it because it's a creative outlet for you that your body is clearly telling you, hey, that's a yes from me. Listen.
Totally. And did you know that acting or theater is one of the ways, like the proven ways you can overcome trauma?
And become more of an empath, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What's something that in this day and age do you think that we undervalue?
I was going to say each other. Like, I think we undervalue each other. I also think that we undervalue relationship. And I know there's no one way of doing anything but right relationship. There's a way of being in relationship that is deeply nourishing and symbiotic. And I feel that relationships are so important, and we spend very little time working out like how to improve our relating skills and how to improve our communication. And I think everything that's going on in the world is about right relationship, 100%. And the lack of it. So
yeah, I mean, I look to my mom who's 71, is still traveling the world. Like yesterday she went from Algiers to Delhi. She is, like, for me at least, an example of how much work it takes also to keep relationships going. Like, I'll look at her email and she's like, oh, I gotta do my email. She's sending novels to like friends that she met like on travels, like her oldest friends, and she's just like, she does a lot and pours out like a lot of energy. It does take a lot of energy. So unlike Lisa Bailey, like I don't think I could keep that going for about 20 to 50 friends that she has, but like the closest ones you have, or even taking moments on the street to be like I feel so much better when you take that opportunity to connect versus disconnect on the street. Like, if you see a woman in her, 60s that she took a while getting ready, that she put effort into making herself feel good, but also to, go out into the world. And a lot of us, I think, in this day and age would be like, oh no, like what's she gonna say? Like how is she gonna react? It hasn't happened yet, but like just taking the moment to connect with others, you could make their day so much better.
Yeah, and I also, it sounds silly, but I also like to like say hello and beam a smile to the person who looks like they're completely in another world, and or
Bring them back.
yeah, or who like they look like they haven't had connection for a while, you know, and it's just a little passing moment. It's like not even a second.
Yeah.
And you can see how people want to know they've been seen and acknowledged, right?
Yeah, and we do have the intrinsic power to do that, you know. It's something that we possess naturally, is like love and connection, right? So now that we're getting all, you know, introspective and reflective, what is something that your younger self would be proud about who you are now?
I think that honestly my younger self would be happy that I'm having so much fun. Like it's so simple, right?
Yeah.
But I often feel like I'm having more of my childhood now because I'm only doing what I want to do. There's all these things that I want to achieve, but really mostly I just want to be happy that I was who I wanted to be. You know, that I give it a go and that I like work hard on things, or that I go on the adventure. Like there are bucket list things that I'm giving to myself now, and fucking fantastic, you know? So
and sticking to your guns on like what you wanted to do and what you wanted to, you know, achieve in your life, but like that's, you know, connected and aligned with your true self.
Yeah, and like just I love taking risks. So it's like, yeah, maybe there's a 10% chance that this is gonna work out, but like I want to roll the dice. Yeah, that feels fucking fantastic.
But we don't have the Libra rising thing to anchor that. So maybe we're just...
where else is that? That's oh no, the reason why maybe we both have that is because of where our Aries is in the same house.
Okay.
And Aries for us is in partnerships and collaborations.
There you go. Well, there's another number for you. Pippa, our astrologist.
No, don't tell them about Pippa.
I know,
She has no appointment.
Okay.
We'll give you a different Pippa.
Yeah, it depends.
We'll find a different Pippa.
Due to your line of work, and you work with tons of different people in different scenarios and different circumstances, but what would be your sort of leading or key piece of advice when it comes to, you know, building a stronger relationship with your body or with pleasure in general?
Yeah, yum. So most people are stopped by a sense of shame, which might be conscious or unconscious. And so I would invite them to, through journaling actually, it's such a funny thing, I tell everyone to journal, and many of these things that we struggle with, especially in this area, like we've never articulated to anyone. And so just writing it down, it's not the same as like thinking about it, because you actually have to distill your thoughts, and it starts to create connections. So there's like so many quick wins you can have simply by writing about the thing that you're struggling with and like what you experience. And then the second thing I'd say is, if it's a pleasure body thing, your body's always here. Like you don't need to make an appointment.
There you go.
Yeah.
You have everything that you need.
You have everything that you need.
Exploration time. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for joining us for Play Dates. And catch Aisha on Channel 4, Virgin Island. And if you're interested in hearing more about Aisha's story, you can check out our links. All right.